Here's a comprehensive overview of Vice Admiral Jan Christian Kaack, a highly distinguished senior officer of the German Navy. Here is a detailed account of Vice Admiral Jan Christian Kaack's biography and naval career, early life and background. Full name: Jan Christian Kaack. Date of birth: the 24th of December 1962. Place of birth: Euten, Schleswig-Holstein, West Germany. Nationality: German. Kaack grew up in northern Germany, a region with deep naval traditions, which likely influenced his decision to join the Navy at a young age. Entry into the German Navy: joined the Navy October 1979 at age 16. Kaack began his military career by enlisting in the Bundeswehr West German Navy, where he initially trained as an officer cadet. Education and naval training: Naval Academy Merwick. 1983 to 1984, attended one of Germany's premier naval academies. For leadership and officer training, University Studies 1984 to 1987. Studied at the University of the Bundeswehr in Hamburg, earning a degree in economics and organizational science, giving him a strong foundation in both strategy and leadership. Further professional training: attended U.S. Naval War College in Newport, Rhode Island, 2006-2007 for strategic studies and joint warfare. Attended German General Staff courses, notably in 1995 and 2004, which prepared him for senior leadership roles. Early sea assignments: served in various operational roles aboard fast attack craft in the early 1980s. Roles included navigator in the 7th Fast Patrol Boat Squadron, weapons officer in the 3rd Squadron of Fast Attack Craft. Command experience: Kaack developed his operational reputation by commanding a wide range of vessels. Fast patrol boats: S-49 Wolfs 5.0. Panther commanded from 1992 to 1994. Frigates: FGS Rommel, FGS Meldersviz Bayern, gives most notable commander of FGS Bayern. 2003-2004, during Operation Enduring Freedom in the Horn of Africa and Arabian Sea, a key anti-terrorism mission, staff and planning roles. By the late 1990s and 2000s, Kaack took on several staff officer positions at NATO Joint Headquarters Brunsum 1999 to 2002, within the German Federal Ministry of Defense 2004-2006. Later, as head of strategic and operational planning within the Bundeswehr 2014. These roles sharpened his expertise in multinational operations and strategically all coordination. Key milestone: anti-piracy and EU Naval Commanding 2016. He was appointed Force Commander of EU Navfor Somalia, Operation Atalanta, focused on counter-piracy operations in the Gulf of Aden and Indian Ocean. He commanded the German task group and collaborated closely with European and African naval forces. Here's a detailed look at Vice Admiral Jan Christian Kaack's educational background, which has played a central role in shaping his strategic and operational expertise. Military and academic education: 1. Officer training, Naval Academy, Murray Kiers, Ijobasen da Ijobase. Location: Flensburg, Germany. Details: Kaack completed his foundational officer training at Naval Academy Merwick, the German Navy's elite training institution. This program instills naval leadership, ethics, seamanship, and maritime warfare fundamentals. 2. University education, Bundeswehr University, Hamburg. Years: 1984 to 1987. Degree: Diplom Kaufmann, equivalent to a master's in economics and organizational science. Focus areas: economics, military, administration, leadership, and organizational structures. Impact: this education strengthened his ability to manage complex military systems, logistics, and operational structures, preparing him for high-level staff and command roles. Advanced Officer and Command Training. 3. German Armed Forces Command and Staff College Führung Sekati der Bundeswehr. Years: multiple courses, notably in 1995 and again in 2004. Purpose: mid and senior level staff officer training, preparation for general flag officer responsibilities, strategic planning, operational art and joint service coordination, international education, and strategic development for U.S. Naval War College, Newport, Rhode Island. Years: 2006-2007 program. Naval Command College. Focus: Maritime Strategy International Security Coalition. Warfare Joint and Combined Operations. Significance. This program broadened Kaack's global military perspective and strengthened his capacity for working within NATO and multinational environments, which became central to his later career in NATO and EU operations. Summary of educational strengths: multinational fluency, strong foundation in German and international ESP, NATO-US doctrine, dual skill set, combines operational leadership with academic and strategic planning, joint readiness, trained extensively, and interoperability, essential for modern coalition warfare. Here is a comprehensive breakdown of Vice Admiral Jan Christian Kaack's ship commands, which formed the operational backbone of his naval career. Ship commands of Jan Christian Kaack commanded several classes of warships across different periods of his career, each representing a progression in responsibility and operational complexity. Fast attack craft Schnellboot 1, S-49 Wolf, and S-50 Panther class, Type 143A. Your Gepard class fast attack craft command. Period. 1992 to 1994 role. Coastal defense and quick reaction. Patrol missions in the Baltic and North Seas. Trained for high-speed hit-and-run missile operations during the Cold War and post-Cold War transition period. Significance. These were Kaack's first independent command roles, marking his transition from junior officer to ship commander. He led multi-day operational deployments, complex navigation exercises, and live-fire drills. Destroyer Commands 2, FGS Rommel D-187 Class Legends. Class Legends. Class. Destroyer Origin. Modified U.S. Charles F. Adams Class Design Role. Air Defense and Escort. Duties key platform for NATO interoperability exercises in the 1990s. Note, while Kaack served on or may have commanded the Rommel, this vessel was decommissioned in 1998. Specific dates of his command are not fully public, but suggest a leadership or XO executive officer. Rolled on another U.S.-built destroyer, serving the German Navy to the early 2000s. Focused on multinational task force duties within NATO. Command Kaack served in a senior leadership role, possibly CO or executive officer. Frigate Command 4, FGS Bayern F217 class, Brandenburg class, frigate type, multi-role frigate for ASW, AAW, and Surface Warfare Command period, 2003-2004 operations. Participated in Operation Enduring Freedom in the Arabian Sea and Gulf of Aden. Focus: counterterrorism, maritime interdiction, and regional stability missions. Significance: Kaack's command of Bayern is one of his most strategically significant roles at sea. His leadership helped project German naval presence in post-9/11s. Global operations. Here is a detailed look at Vice Admiral Jan Christian Kaack's NATO command and fleet leadership roles, which mark the peak of his strategic influence in both German and Allied naval operations. NATO Command and Fleet Leadership 1, Commander. Einsatzflotte, 1 Task Force, Flotilla, 1 period, 201 to 2015, role. Led one of the German Navy's most important operational flotillas. Based in Kiel, oversaw several key surface units, including corvettes and support ships. Ensured mission readiness for national defense and international deployments. Scope: managed multiple deployments to the Baltic Sea, North Sea, and Horn of Africa. Provided key support for EU Naval Force Somalia, Operation Atalanta. 2. Commander, Center of Excellence for Operations in Confined and Shallow Waters, COCSW. Period. 2015 to 2018 location: Kiel, Germany. Context: COCSW is a NATO-accredited center focused on warfare and coastal environments such as straits, archipelagos, and littorals. Impact: Kaack expanded NATO doctrine for littoral warfare and hybrid threat preparedness, fostered collaboration between NATO navies, coast guards, and scientific institutions, enhanced focus on Baltic Sea security, especially after Russia's annexation of Crimea. 20143. Force Commander, UNAF for Somalia. Operation Atalanta year. 2016 mission area: Gulf of Aden, Horn of Africa. Western Indian Ocean role. Commanded European Union naval force assets aboard the German flagship FGS Bayern. Led anti-piracy, maritime security, and humanitarian shipping protection operations. Notable achievements: ensured safe passage for World Food Program. WFP vessels. Coordinated naval efforts with Somali coastal authorities and African Union forces. Commander, NATO Joint Warfare Center, JWC, Stavanger, Norway. July 2019, September 2021. Significance: Kaack became the first naval officer to command the JWC. The JWC is NATO's principal hub for operational-level training, experimentation, and wargaming. Key responsibilities: led the design and execution of NATO's large-scale joint exercises, such as Steadfast Defender 2021, a multi-domain readiness exercise simulating the defense of the alliance. Integrated multi-domain operations, MDO, cyber warfare, space operations, and hybrid threats into NATO training scenarios. Strategic impact: shaped NATO's doctrine for responding to peer threats like Russia. Strengthened coordination between Allied Command Operations, ACO, and Allied Command Transformation, opening parenthesis Act, closing parenthesis .5. Commander of the Fleet and Support Forces and Deputy Inspector of the Navy, 202-12022. Role: directly responsible for the entire deployable force. Structure of the German Navy: second in command to the Inspector of the Navy. Notable actions: led preparations for intensified German naval engagement in the Indo-Pacific and Baltic region. Modernized force readiness and logistics for operations under NATO and EU mandates. Einsatzflügel 1 Commander, 2012 to 2015 Fleet Readiness. EU-NATO, Opsnato, Co-CSW, Director 2015 to 2018 Littoral Warfare Doctrine, U-NAVAIR, Atalanta Force, Commander 2016 Anti-Piracy and Maritime Security, NATO JWC Commander 2019-2021 Joint Exercises. Strategic: Wargaming Fleet Commander and Navy Deputy 202-12022, Indo-Pacific Deployment and Modernization.